Dumelang di Tsala. Because the canteen is very expensive. The canteen. He's going to suffer. You're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. You're going to cry. Dumelang di Tsala. If you're not familiar with this face, hi babe, my name is Maledi Shebu. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Life as Maledi. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join our little star family, star squad. Please tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Also, please turn on that post notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video, because I'm telling you, I'm a consistent babe. You know, I'm the new girl in the block. Anyway, if you're not new here, hi Tsalayame, welcome back to our channel. I do hope you're going to enjoy this video. I'm doing this for you guys. So, as you have seen by the title, today's video is uni advice. Things I wish I knew before university or college. I know, probably thinking, girl, we're not even halfway through the, okay, we're actually going towards halfway through the year, but we're not even halfway through the year. You're already telling us about advice, trust me. I know, but it's things that I've learned or what I've noticed during the first block. So yeah, let's get into it. Before I start rambling and start talking nonsense, let's get into it. So, things I wish I knew before uni or college. First point, you need to have a game plan. Guys, I know you're probably thinking, this girl, a game plan, yeah, my friend, my dear friend, you need to have a game plan. You need to have a game plan. You need to have a game plan how many times you're going to study. You need to have a game plan to get, maybe you want to be an A student. You want to, be a cum laude girl. You need to work hard. So you need to know that you're going to study how many times a day. You need to know how to get that 90%. Like, you need to have a game plan on what you want to do or want to achieve in that block or in that semester. So it's very important to have a game plan. Secondly, you don't really have to make friends. Just familiarize yourself with the people during your course, or the people who are, and it doesn't, when I say people are doing your course, I don't really mean just your classmates. I mean your second years, I mean your third years. Those people could be like your acquaintances. I mean, you're gonna need them at some point. They're gonna need you at some point, because you are going to be acquainted in some way. Like, you are going to, it's either you're gonna work together, or you are going to work for them, or they are going to work for you. So you are going to need them at some point. So also you're gonna need them like for your exams and stuff. Maybe they know something that you don't know. Maybe they can explain something better and stuff like that. So you need to familiarize yourself with other people. You don't really have to make friends. I mean, take me for instance. When I get on campus, I go to my class. I make sure I get to my on campus on time. I go to class. After class, I go home. The only time I actually sit around in campus is if I have back-to-back classes, and like there's a gap, like 2-hour gap, 1-hour gap between my classes. So I stay on campus, I go to the canteen, and I just chill. So you don't really have to make friends, but if you do make friends, good for you. Third point is you have to pay attention in class, because you might miss something important. I learned that the hard way. I was writing exams just last week. There was something that I missed in class that was in the test, and it counted for a lot of marks. So yeah, you can imagine how I felt. Fourthly, Carry water or snacks, especially if you have back-to-back classes. You will need the energy. So first block, I used to have back-to-back classes on Thursday and Monday. So on Thursdays, I used to have like all my modules like back to back, and it was hectic. It was quite hectic because some of the modules I'd have to attend class at 3 o'clock and it ends at around 5. So you can imagine how tired, how exhausted I am since from the very first class in the morning. So I realized that having water and a bit of snacks in your bag is very important. I mean, otherwise you can always go to the canteen and buy something, but I feel like by having something from home is better because the canteen is very expensive. The canteen, woo child, very expensive. Hey, it's very expensive. Woo, Sana. Let me just move on. Another point is read through your module guide. Pre-read in advance. As much as the content doesn't really match, but it does give you like it does set a tone for the next class or for that week, to show that okay, you're going to learn about something like this, you're going to learn that and that. Or you can read, but I don't really advise reading your textbook. I don't know, some people, it worked for them, like reading your textbook before class. But I believe that reading your module guide, it helped me when I read my module guide before the week started. So I wrote all my notes about what I'm going to learn about and stuff like that. I wrote, and then when I got to class, I learned more stuff than what the module guide was saying. So, just to be ahead, just read your module guide in advance. It really helps. And then when your lecture says research something or how important something is, trust me. They're not lying. That thing is important. Do research on it. Do learn more about it. It's very important. Like put a highlight through it, or do something, like make sure you remember the importance of whatever that they mentioned, because I know when they say it is important, it is important. Sometimes they do give us the wrong scope. I've noticed that, but when they say something is important, read through section 32 or section 39. It's very important, very important. Another point is make sure you structure all your notes taken in each lesson at the end of the day. You know how we jot down our notes? I'm a person who jot down notes I don't write the whole lecture, like the lecture slide. I take pictures of the lecture slide because I know that when I get home, I'm going to find the most important stuff and I'm going to fit them in my notes. But I just do like small notes. I just write small notes, like mini notes that oh my gosh, what am I saying? Will help me remember that, okay, you need to learn more about the business functions, what they do or something, or you need to know about the law of contract, the law of the separation powers. I just make notes that would help me write proper notes, just makes like a small thing. And then another one is, in university, college, plagiarism is a big deal. I can't emphasize this a lot. Plagiarism is a big deal. You will get suspended. Is it suspended or expelled? You will get, between the two, you will get it because you plagiarized. You are submitting work that is not yours. They do not play when it comes to plagiarism. Trust me. You will have to submit that document, change it, make sure it's not plagiarized. Plagiarism is a big deal. They accept a certain amount of plagiarism, but don't go over that. And they always say rather do less than a certain amount than going over it or the exact amount. It's bad. So another point is revise all your notes taken at the end of the week. I did this and it helped me. revising all my notes, making sure that my notes are there. But I started losing the momentum when it came to week 4, week 5, because sana, I have online and on-campus classes, and it's bad. I do not enjoy my online classes at all because I'm at home and I could simply just watch TV. I mean, I'm muted. I can simply just watch TV. I can simply just, I'm a person who, if I'm not in class, I get distracted. So, like, I'll sit here and I'll listen to my lecturer talking, and then I'll start doing something on the side. It's very distracting. It's very discouraging for, like, me when I have to have online classes. But make sure that you at least take notes. And when I say familiarize yourself with people during the same course, it is important, because if you're a person who gets distracted on online classes, you can simply say, hey, can you like show me your notes, or like, can you like let's revise on what we learned online and stuff like that. So do revise your notes, please. Another point is stay organized, keep track of your assignment deadlines and schedules to avoid getting overwhelmed, and stay on top of the game. Please stay on top of your game, child. Deadlines. Make sure you submit. Don't submit on the day. I do not encourage people to submit on the day of the deadline day. Don't do that. With due date, sana. Don't submit your assignment on the due date, sana. Please don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, child. Like, stay organized, man. Have schedules, have reminders that tell you, hey, your assignment. And when they give you an assignment and you can start on it as soon as possible. Don't wait. Because when you wait, you don't get that much information. But when you start with it, in maybe you got it today, or if you got it today, start on it today. Like, do your cover page, do the first question. That way it gives you time to answer these questions properly. It gives you time to gather information about these questions. So now when you do it but the day before, or you do it like a few days before, it doesn't really give you much time. You just write whatever just so that you can submit, so that you get a mark. That's what most people do. Another thing is manage your time. It goes back to the point that I just spoke about. Plan your time. Plan. I'm not a planner. I don't really plan my time. But when I say it's school time, it's school time. I'll do my schoolwork. But I realized that it did not necessarily help me when I did not really plan, because I'd have to squeeze so many stuff in between. So it was important when I was doing my quiz, I had to squeeze the time in between, and it did mess me up, because sometimes I'd find myself doing my quiz at Sunday when it closes very late. It's Sunday night, very late, and it doesn't give me time because I'm just rushing to just finish it so that I can submit. Or on Friday night or Friday morning when it's due that day, I just rush it. So I always say plan your time. If you want to you can do it on Wednesday or Thursday, just plan your time. I'm not talking about quizzes, I'm just talking about me in general. Oh my gosh. So never mind. Another one is try and add your exam dates on your calendar and make a study schedule weeks prior to your exams. It is important, guys. I did not do that. And I broke. I got to a point where I broke. Guys, I cracked, not broke. I cracked because I was so under pressure. I didn't plan my time effectively, and my exams were back to back. So I was writing Tuesday, I was writing Wednesday, I was writing Thursday. Where do I get the time to learn, or rather to study an entire module? Wow. So manage your time. Schedule your exam dates. Another point is focus on understanding rather than memorizing. The reason why I'm saying this is because you can memorize everything, but when you don't understand, you don't know what goes where. So if you focus on understanding the content that you're learning, it's good. Like, you are more than able to get a 90% for your exams, to get a distinction for your exams. So don't focus on memorizing everything. Like, when you're writing your notes, you just want to remember everything. You won't, Sana. Just make sure you understand the content so that you can be able to use your own words. Like, even if you don't remember the exact definition that you got from the textbook or you got from your lecture slides, when you understand something, it's easier to put it in your own words because you understand it. So it's easy to write your definitions, to write whatever, to answer the questions. So focus on understanding rather than memorizing. Procrastination leads to procrastination leads to eternal misery. If you're procrastinating, Sana, just know that you are the one who's going to suffer. You're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. You're going to cry. When you procrastinate and leave things for the last minute, you are going to cry. Because it will be assignment 1, assignment 2, quiz 1, quiz 2, test 1, test 2. It's exam week. You are going to cry. You are going to, do not procrastinate. If you told yourself that I'm going to do it today, do it today. Do not wait until now, do it tomorrow. Now, do not. Another point is prioritize your mental health, your health in general. Like, I cannot emphasize this a lot because there was a point where during the block I was suffering. The workload was too much. I was just not giving a break. I was just feeling it, and I had also personal problems that I was dealing with. So it was a lot. So yeah, I got to a point where I cracked. Like I mentioned, I cracked because it was just too much. So prioritizing mental health. I know we all want distinctions. We all want to bag that degree. We all want to get it on, girl. But prioritizing yourself is very important. So the reason why I say this is because you won't be able to bag that degree if you're not healthy. You won't be able to get your distinction if you are not in a good emotional state. Because as much as we say, yeah, let me just push, cry now, and then we'll be joyful later when I bag the degree. Sana, stress will get you feeling depressed. We don't want you depressed. We want you to be happy. We don't want people to I don't want to question myself as to why in the first place did I get this degree? Why am I doing this? I don't want to question myself because I know the reason why I'm doing this. I know the reason why I'm here. I know the reason why I'm doing this. So me pushing myself, it doesn't mean that I need to burn out. I don't want to burn out. Burnouts are painful. I'm still going to experience a much bigger burnout, but burnouts are painful for now, Another point is don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're struggling in class or with personal issues, reach out to a friend, family member, or campus resources for support. So on campus, we have, it's a wellness program. Is it a wellness program? Basically we have a hotline where we can call psychologists, therapists and stuff like that when we're having a breakout. I remember it was test week. It was, I think, a few days before test week. I think it was a Friday. Was it a Friday or a Sunday? I can't remember. I got an email from school telling me about the psychologists, on campus, that if I wanted to, talk to someone, I could. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why are you sending it to me now? Is this a sign to say that I I'm suffering and I should scream for help. So I'm a person who does not really shout for help when I'm struggling, and I realize that it does cause a strain. It does. I can't believe I'm actually admitting to it, but it does strain me sometimes. So ask for help, guys. Ask for help. Ask for help. Remember, asking for help does not make you stupid. Don't be too hard on yourself. You are bound to not understand something. You're bound to get like a lower mark than what you've always been getting, and it's understandable. So ask for help. Asking for help doesn't make you stupid. It only makes you smarter, because duh. But yeah, asking for help doesn't make you stupid. Sometimes you won't get everything right. It's not sometimes you won't get everything right. You won't have answers to everything. So screaming for help is a good thing. Don't let it make you feel stupid. I'm a person who feels I don't want to ask for help, but I have to. I need to. I don't want to, but I need it. I need help. Another point is wear whatever you feel comfortable in, because in college nobody gives up. Nobody cares. Nobody because it's college. Nobody cares. Like, we don't care whether you're wearing Tom Ford, Givenchy, Gucci, Asnandaba. But okay, I don't know why I wrote this point, because I honestly do care what I wear. Because I feel like if you look good and you smell good, as much as you don't want to go to school, you go because you look good and you smell good, and it makes you feel good about yourself, and you end up going. It motivates you to go to class. Am I right? But anyway, last point, always remember why you are there and what your goal is. Do not get lost in that whole process. Always remember why you are there and where you are headed. That's the most important thing. That's the only thing that will encourage, that's the only thing that will keep you going sleepless nights. That's the only thing that will keep you going when exam pressure is hitting. That's the only thing that will keep you going when you feel like giving up. Your goal, knowing that I'm doing this because I want generational wealth. I want to start a chain of generational wealth. I'm doing this because I want my kids not to experience the things that I had to experience. I want to do this because I want a soft life, So just know why you're doing this. And the rest, I'm also trying to figure out myself. I've only done part one. So the next updates will be probably next year, Jan or something. But yeah, I hope if you've made it this far, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And tell your friends to tell your friends to tell your friends that I'm the new girl on the block, so you should subscribe to my channel. But anyway, bye guys. See you on Friday. So